Hello everyone, all my friends out there in internet land. It's Fwipp again, and I have to say a Merry April Fool's Day to everybody out there. You're probably expecting a wonderful April Fool's video from me. After all, who's more foolish than a guy in a mask and a hat? It's the perfect opportunity for me to wear it, after all. I mean, I told you guys about it in like the first video log I made, didn't I? Unfortunately for you guys, today I have to say April Fool's Day is about the only holiday that I don't celebrate. I know, how weird is that? I mean, it's not even a national one, it doesn't even have a religious connotation, it's April Fool's Day, it's the 1st of April, it's just for fun. How come Fwipp doesn't celebrate it, right? I know, raging aside, everybody calm down a minute, because here is story time with Fwipp. Yes, this is actually a wonderful story of why I do not celebrate April Fool's Day. And it actually goes all the way back to when I actually started being on the internet. I know, weird, huh? There was a time when people didn't have computers. Well, yeah, that's true. But more like, I live in a little small town, and it doesn't exactly get a lot of things. One of those things being pretty rare that we actually have high speed here. Anyway, when I started out on the internet, a place that I first got myself known was a place known as LLF. No relation to me being F, mind you. It stood for Lemmy's Land Forum. So basically, it was a large Mario fan site, and people would send in their fan fictions and things, get little points, get further on the website, blah 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 blah. But the important thing was, it was a set of forums, okay? It was basically where I learned how to all the things that you need to know to be an interesting person on the internet, really. Get people to notice you, don't do stupid things, that sort of thing. I mean, everybody's stupid at some point in their life, right, on the internet? It's a given. Yeah, even I was there. Did I ever get to be a moderator there? Well, not really, but the point is, everybody who went there, you know, decided, you know what, forums are cool, let's make our own forum, right? And then all of a sudden, everybody built their own forum. And I called that the rise of the sub-forums, which was basically like everybody made their own forum, all their friends joined, and then what happened was nobody was on the main one anymore. And in fact, people still went to the main one every here and there, but the thing was that the users were just so spread that every single person who had their own forum, their forum died, because everyone left. Now, I made one too, and it still exists somewhere on the internet. I don't know if I'll put up a picture or not, but basically, it's called Fwipp's Tower, and it goes back to the first group of friends that I ever made on the internet. There were a lot of us, actually, and I have to give a shout-out to everybody who was on there, actually, from the original cast. Now, you're gonna hate me if I don't name you all, so I'm not gonna do that. Instead, I might as well name the people that's in the banner that's probably still on there, which is, of course, Todd the Big Orange Boo, Zerath Earthflame, the Dark Yoshi, I don't know if Gasless Von Gear's there, but there was Chomp Dude, there was Mezran, there was Freezy Toad. I mean, we were all Mario fan-based characters, so what can I say, right? But we were all extremely interesting, because the cool part about it was, there was a role-playing, there's a whole role-playing type environment, world, shall I say. It was all basically freeform, make it up as you go along, but the point of it was, everybody knows the Mario environments from, like, Paper Mario or the Thousand Year Door, heck, even Super Mario World. They were all, like, worlds that we could say, presumably, all these characters could come around and have a strange adventure out of. Heck, in the Mario universe, anything can go down a pipe and end up in that world, right? So it's basically like a hub universe for everyone to hang around in. Anyway, I was supposed to talk about the point of why I don't celebrate April Fool's Day. So, anyway, the background is, here I got this forum, right? All my friends go to it. One year, I wasn't quite around at the time to do April Fool's Day, so I left it in the hands of Zerath, my other head administrator. He's got his own forum, too, which is probably still around. But the point is, oh yeah, and there was Pennington, too. One year for April Fool's Day, we had it look like the two of them took over the entire forum. So, like, we did some little things, like, all the descriptions of the forums ended up being translated into Leet, which was really annoying. At the same time, we renamed it to, I think it was, Zerath's Tower, and we had a big image of him on the front. And every single topic was, like, renamed to something like, join my army, you know, or something like that. It was pretty hilarious. When we had Pennington take it over, now the thing with him was, every topic he made was basically about, he was really into conspiracy theories and things like that. Like, every character on there was really interesting. Everybody had a thing about them, alright? So when he took it over, basically it was like every forum was like his set of, like, of really strange things. Like, you'd go into the general message board and it'd be like, aliens had taken over the daily chat topic, or like, you know, strange things like that. It was hilarious. Anyway, I decided, you know what, since I'm around to do April Fool's Day on my own forums, it's gotta be big. It's gotta be bigger than every other one. What's the biggest thing I could do? So, on that day, I decided, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to take my forum, and I'm going to make it look like we got hacked. In fact, not only that, I'm going to make it look like everything got deleted. So as an admin on my forum, and it's just Miamu, it's really easy to learn, like, forum administration through that one. It's just a free thing. Anyway, I went through, and I changed the permissions of every single board so that only I could see it. So to everybody else, it looked like all the forums were removed entirely. Now, I knew the secret. But because it was April Fool's Day, I said, you know what? I'm not going to tell anybody else I'm doing this. So Chump Dude didn't know what to do. He put in a bunch of temporary forums so that people would still hang out. But no, I said, you know what? That defeats the purpose of the prank, right? Because the point of the prank is to annoy the heck out of everybody. Because I was young, and I didn't realize that, you know, there are ramifications for such things. You know, you can't just, you know, annoy the hell out of everybody and then expect nothing bad to happen. I'm the interesting kind of guy who tends to have a slight problem taking things too far, I guess. I don't know what it is. Like, you've seen how much I play Minecraft. I don't know what else you've seen of mine. But when I really like something, it's almost a little... I don't want to say it's an obsession, because that assumes that there's something wrong with it. I'm going to say I'm passionate about it. I mean, I am kind of an artist, you know. When I get an idea in my head about something, I'm going to be thinking about it for a long time. Long time. Anyway, yeah. Sounds great, eh? Destroy your entire forums and then bring it back. Not a problem, right? I mean, how bad could it be? Right? Say, for example, our Minecraft forum crashed for, like, say, 2 days. I wonder, people would come back, right? No. It's not that simple at all. We were without forums for about 2 days, but in that span of 2 days, everybody left, and then nobody came back. I don't know what it was. I guess seeing as Fwipp's Tower as a free forum for everybody to come and hang out with, when it went down that one April Fool's Day, we never recovered. The entire user base was gone. Like, I mean, okay, the user base was, what, 20 people? 12 people? Okay, maybe, like, 5. 5 regular users. And then maybe 10 people like to hang around and do RPGs. But they were all really colorful and interesting, and I miss them. But it's just kind of sad that that one prank that I did just tore everything to pieces. And then it just never was the same again. Like, another April Fool's year when people were there, I don't know. It's not that I didn't have the heart to do it, I just... You always feel like you do one thing wrong, and then, I guess, I've always said, the best way to move on in life is to learn from your mistakes, right? But to do that, the mistake just gets lodged right in here, you know, and you realize, oh man, April Fool's Day. The day I absolutely screwed everything up and everything just went kaboom, and, you know, there was no way to fix it. You know, I mean, what did I do? I did something kind of cheesy. I think I renamed it the Doom Muffin Forums, and I put up a joke things everywhere, and it was supposed to be sort of silly, but it really wasn't. And in fact, there wasn't anybody around to really appreciate it, so I don't know. And everybody to hang up. That was the point of it. The point of Fwipp's Tower was not that there was a point for anybody to do anything. It was just, we liked hanging out on forums. It was a place to hang out on. As soon as April Fools messed it up, we just broke down completely. Completely. I mean, there might be a few very dedicated people who still go around there. I come in from time to time, and I'm really glad to still see that, like, people like Zerath, or the very strange person that I suppose goes as Blue Jade or Amazy Daisy or something or other. You know, one of those strange users where you're not really sure if they're actually one person or like 5, or has a twin person that also uses the same... The internet is weird, okay? Know that right now. The internet's cool because, like me, you can turn yourself into whoever you want to be. But at the second time, between the strange little implicit trust of everything, there's always got to be that strange leaking suspicion that people can just lie completely about everything. And there's no way to prove otherwise. So the question is, who do you trust, right? But on that little tangent, April Fool's Day, to me, because of that one event that broke down everything between me and all the internet friends I basically had, it's just forever this little dark reminder of this, you know, of this spot, this spot on my whole development, really. Because the funny thing was, when I had my forum, and when I was hanging out at Lemmy's Land, this was basically... I was on the internet more than I was actually in, like, middle and high school. You know, these were people who I got to know better than people in real life. Which is interesting, because that's always a topic I've really wondered about. How do you really know people? Because the people that I called friends in high school, I never got to know them. They were just people who were in the same class as me. You know, you go on through life, you meet people, and you appreciate them. But, you know, do you really know your friends? That's always something that's just... I can never get with. Anyway, getting a little sidetracked again, but hey, who the heck doesn't, right? And in fact, I think sidetrack can sometimes be more worthwhile than the first point you were trying to make. Life's like that, you know, you gotta take your giant, strange leaps of inspiration by the throat and be like, hey, you know what? Pat you on the back, because you were better than whatever else I planned in the first place. Yes, April Fool's Day. I mean... You know, you do the strange things like you switch the labels on the hot and the cold water, and you think, oh, it's beautiful, this'll work. And then you realize that, oh, wait a minute, people use their taps so often that they don't even look at the labels anymore. I mean, you know, you might switch the salt and the sugar shakers around, but then people are just like, you know, you just ruined my omelet, you know, fat good that did. Or, this is for all of you gamers out there, an idea that I did once was simply steal all the batteries in the house. But then, you know, everyone who wants to watch TV is like, the heck is this? I mean, who else did this? Right? It's gotta be you, so give them back. Joke's over. You know, I gotta watch my tube. So that failed too. In fact, now that I think about it, every single time I've tried to do something cool for April Fool's Day based on, I guess, what societal conventions of April Fool's Day fools are, they just don't work. It doesn't click for me. You know, what would be really funny to do on April Fool's Day? Hit someone in the face with a pie? No, they're just gonna come back and hate me for ruining their best sweater, you know? And then I'll feel bad, because I bet that was a tasty pie, and now I can't eat it. And everybody loves pie. You know, it's all backwards. Unless you do something, you know, that's not exactly, you know, mean, but, like, confusing. You know, like, you suddenly change the directory of every file. Not so confusing that you can't find what you're actually doing, but, like, just strange. Just loop reality a little bit and quirk it around. Like, physically change every watch in the universe to look like it came out of a Salvador Dali painting. If I could do that, that would be great. I mean, I would totally do that. Like, oh, wait a minute, what time is it? Everything's melting. Why is that? How come the elephants look like they're walking on stilts? Why are there elephants? We live in Canada. You know, but unfortunately, you know, I'm not the kind of person that can actually warp reality. And I'm also the kind of person that when he does something wrong, feels really bad about it in here. Like, you don't need somebody to tell me I've done bad, you know. I'll just be like, Fwipp, you and me are gonna have a little talk right now, and and it's gonna go a bit like this. You're never gonna make the same mistake again, because if you do, it's awful. You know, the only way to get better right now is to know from this, and if not, Well, you're just an awful person, pretty much, is what I would say to myself. I mean, true or not, it does help me, because then I know how to do it again. But I guess the point is, when it comes to April Fools, I'm the biggest fool of all, because I know how bad I've done it in the past. So rather than actually do something funny, or hilarious, or even, trollish, which could be fun for the internet, I'm just gonna come out and say, I, Fwipp, renounce being a fool today for all of you. Because honestly, I screwed it up once so badly I can't do it anymore. And there you have it. So, thanks for watching this story time with Fwipp. I'm not exactly sure what other ones I'm going to do. But, that's the story of why this April Fool's Day, have a good time! You won't need to worry about me tying a bomb to the back of your car or something, because I know how bad that would actually be. I'm not gonna just, kill random people on the server. I'm not going to go and put live worms into my sister's shoes. Because I'm the kind of person that takes things too far. And there you go. Anyway, I do wish you all a nice April Fools and a good rest of the year, wherever that might be in your calendars. Toodaloo! Fwipp, that didn't actually go too bad. At least you were honest, right? You can't... anybody can do a funny April Fool's joke. At least you're honest about why you hate it. It's totally true. The weird thing is, people think this bloody thing... And excuse me for saying bloody, because I'm not English at all. They think this is actually paint. But that would be impossible. No, this is just something I found in a ravine and painted. I mean, can you tell how bad my webcam captures this? It's awful. It's awful. It's absolutely awful. I can't do a video like this. No one would understand what I was trying to say. Isn't that wonderful, Fwipp? God, talking masks. You've pretty lost it when you take them off. Ciao!